Good morning. Salamat sa Ginoo nga ining adlaw katapusan naman liwat nga adlaw sa semana sa atong pagtuon. Today's Friday and we thank God for a privilege again that we can continue our study, and the last portion of our study, the second topic that we have in our series, Words to Live By. Kaya sa aton nga pagtakop sa pagtuon, it's all about attitude. Balikon naton ang Proverbs, in the book of Proverbs, again in Proverbs chapter 23 verse 7. But I will read Proverbs chapter 14 verse 22. Do they not go astray who devise evil? But mercy and truth belong to those who devise good. Kabay pa. Nga Ginoo magpakamay siyang pulong ato nga pagatun-an. Sige nga. Langit nun, tagbala namon nga amay, hatay kay kami, sang langit nun paghangop sang pulong nimo. Patawara sa paglapas, Ginoo. Apo namon Kristo Jesus. Amen. Well, sa ato nga pagtapos sa ato pagtuon sa sigid nga aga abyan kaga hinigugma. Aton nga tagaan sa pagtulupangod ini nga katapusan nga bahin. Sa aton nga pagpamalandong sini nga subject, it's all about attitude. Kaga tulukon naton sining aga, how are we going to change our attitude to be more like Jesus? Diba? Ginto naton sa nagligad, we've talked about what is attitude. And then, ito na naton how important attitude is. And then, we have decided to change our attitude. And kahapon, kung nagbago ba naton ang aton attitude, ano makitaan, paano makita ang aton attitude? And our model is Jesus Christ. Kagahapon, ginlato naton, if we can change our attitude, then what should be our attitude be like? And our model is Jesus Christ. That our attitude be like Jesus. He was secure, He was selfless, He was submissive, and He was single-minded. And in our final study, in this subject, it's all about attitude. In Proverbs chapter 23 verse 7, this is the last question that aton tutukan sa aga. How are we going to change our attitude to be more like Jesus? Now, let me give you 3 quick essentials to changing your attitude. Number 1, get a plan. Plano kung tagidya nga magbago ang aton attitude. In Proverbs chapter 14 verse 22 remind us, those who plan what is good find love and faithfulness. Now, before we can take a vacation, where we're going to take our vacation, where we're going to spend our vacation, we have our plan. Plano na tanan, bisan pa nga ito nga budget, nakaplano na daan tanan, and you need to have a point of origin, where you are right now. Ang aton mga lagyan, the travel route naton, how you're going to get there. And you need destination. It's all nakaplano na tanan. If we want to change our attitude to be more like Jesus, get a plan. Charlie Brown was in his backyard having target practice with his bow and arrows. Samtang ginabutong niya ang iyang bow back and let the arrow fly into the fence. Then, he would go where the arrow landed and drew a target around it. And several arrows and targets later, Lucy said to Charlie Brown, "You don't have target practice that way. You draw the target, then shoot the arrow." And Charlie's response was, "I knew that. But if you do it my way, you never miss." Ang balansa sa iyang wife, si Lucy. "Charlie, you don't have target practice that way. You draw the target, then shoot the arrow." And Charlie's response, "Kabalo ko. Pero kung himuon nimo ang akon ginahimo, you never miss." Sadly, many people approach their lives like Charlie Brown shoots arrows. They never draw a target, so they never miss their goal. Wala target. That's why wala tabalo nimo naton. But they never really hit one either. Abyan, get a plan, draw a target, and go for it. Number 2, add God's power. Proverbs 16 verse 3, commit to the Lord whatever you do, and your plans will succeed. Remember our airplane? We said, when you raise the nose up, when you climb in altitude, you must add power, or the plane will stall and crash. Remember the words of Jeremiah. Is anything too hard for the Lord? Jesus himself said, everything you asked for in prayer, believing, you shall receive. Now, we have the greatest power, the source in the universe. Who is that? God himself. Ang gahom nga pwede magbago sang aton kabuhi, ang gahom nga pwede magbago sang aton attitude is God himself. The power to change your attitudes resides in God. When it comes to him right now, we need to ask him for his divine assistance. We need to draw on his strength and not our own. God is the power source. Siya ato kinahanglan. How are we going to change our attitude to be more like Jesus? Number 1, get a plan. Number 2, add God's power. And number 3, form a partnership. Proverbs 27:17. As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. Don't try to go it alone. Hindi mo na masarangan. Get a team to help encourage you and to hold you accountable for your progress as you change your attitude. Sa maklaro nga mga paandam sa aton is amo ini. Be careful who you get on your team. When you decide to change your attitude, you will have some who will discourage you. Some people just love to bring us down. Make sure, abiyan kang gugma, nga ang imo nga team, hindi amos na nga matawo, nga gusto nila nga ma-discourage ka, gusto nila nga ma-down ka. But rather, ang imo nga team will help you, agud nga magtubo ka, and will help you to change your attitude. You may still have the attitude that you'll change one of these days. But I want to ask you, what are you waiting for? Ano pang nilat mo? Right now, you can say, Jesus Christ, take my life, take the good, the bad, and the ugly, take every part of me, open your heart to His love right now, and let His transforming power become a reality in your life. Kabay pa utod nga mangin isa ka namin gid aton nga pangamuyo nga tag nato si Ginoo. In Psalm 37 verse 4, he said, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart." And gusto ko ning namian ako naghambal ni John Maxwell. We are either the masters or the victims of our attitude. Our thoughts determine our words. Our words determine our actions. Our actions determine our character. Our character determines our destiny. Change your thought patterns. Therefore, I urge you, brother, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your spiritual act of worship. Do not conform any longer to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you'll be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing, and perfect will. Romans chapter 12, verse 1 and 2. Kabay pa utod. Nga matuod gid ang ini nga pulong sa aton pagtuon sa semana, it's all about attitude. One thing nga ako ni hambal si mo sing aga, the important thing is sining aga, why not come to Jesus today and have the change of our attitude? Utod, dili ta kutob, utod, dili nang takop aton pagtuon, it's all about attitude. Dason nga semana ato nga pagatunan ang another part of our study. Next nga part sa ato nga pagtuon sige hapon sa ato nga series Words to Live By, and next week we will discuss Proverbs chapter 15 and tulungan naton tame your tongue. Kabay pa. Nga padayon ka nga magabulig sa akon sa pag-share sang pulong sa Ginoo pagi sa pag-share sini ipagtuon sa imo nga mga abyan. Kagabay pa, ikaw abyan. You want the change? Gusto mo pagbago? Yes. Una, itugyan ka mo sa Ginoo. And God will change your life totally. Palapit ka sa Ginoo sing aga, kilala siya ng imo Dios kag maluwas. Isilin si mo galingon, Ginoo, ginaako na ako masala, patawaran ako sa masalanan, niyatuan ako nikaw, niya akong Dios kay personal nga maluwas. Sa ngalan kay Jesus. Kabay pa. Abyan? Kita na ito sa Lunes, sa balay pagtuon, words to live by, ining mo abyan, kag alaga sa Ginoo, Pastor Johnny Dayuno sa Kaling Baptist Church, naga-remind sa imo. Balik ka sa Ginoo and have a changed attitude. Nag-remind sa imo. Ang Ginoo magabalik liwan. Kagabay pa. Nga before siya magbalik, we have a changed attitude.